Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 35 of Ronald's Reviews, and in the last couple of weeks I picked myself up a 99p purchase off eBay. The Palo Boys have been asking what it is. Today we're going to find out. Cue the march. Okay guys, so if you're watching this video, the chances are you'll recognise this. This is the 1980 Kenner Darth Vader carry case for your vintage Star Wars action figures. Now, I have a real soft spot for these carry cases. I search for them quite a lot, and whenever I find them at what I feel is a good price, I tend to pick them up. I have got a few of these. But whilst I was searching for these the other day, I came across something else. Now, I'd love to tell you this was the 99p purchase that I got from eBay. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Let's just move that to the side. This was. Now again, if you're up on these things, you will know that this is the 1994 Just Toys carry case for the Bendham's line. Now, it's not a case I would normally go for, and I came across this while I was searching for the Kenner versions. But I picked this up for two reasons. One, when I came across it, it had 10 minutes to go. It was on 99p with no bids, and I thought if I can pick this up for under a fiver, which is what I bid, then I'm happy to take it in its packaging. And I just thought it was worth it for that price. Now, I don't have any Bendham's lines. I picked it up as basically an overflow storage case. Now, I pick up a steady stream of vintage Star Wars figures. I pick up quite a few job lots as well. And a byproduct of that is I often end up with a lot of duplicates and a lot of spare figures. And if you can't get the Kenner version, I just thought this was quite a good, cheap alternative just to store figures in. And I also thought it was a good opportunity to then put them side by side and take a look at the differences. So let's get this out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. And there we go, everybody. So side by side. Now, to the untrained eye, is that easy to tell them apart once they're out of the packaging? I don't think so. I think it's quite easy to mix these up, and at a glance, you possibly wouldn't know which is which. Now, on the left is the Just Toys version. On the right is the Kenner version. There are a few differences externally. They all use the same top clips, and they have one at the side as well, each side. So that's exactly the same as the Kenner version. But the differences are just around the sort of neck here. This piece is missing, whereas on the Kenner version you can see that's open, whereas that just goes straight across. And the face is a little bit more stumpy. Now, the face on the Kenner version, you can see, is a little bit more elongated. The sort of nose piece there is a little bit longer. This one is a little bit more stubby. But again, at a glance, easy to mistake the two. And if you find them, I often come across these when I'm searching for these. And if they're not in the packaging, they're not always easy to tell them apart. The descriptions are often quite sort of generalised. And if you don't have any pictures of them open, I think they're quite easy to mix these up. I know Mark from Blue Harvest Vintage Toys won one on a toy auction only the other day. And it didn't show any pictures of the inside. And it did state that it was a vintage carry case, but he did mention also that he hoped it didn't arrive and it ended up being the Just Toys version. Mark, I hope you got it okay, and I'm sure it's the one you wanted. But yeah, but also I'm going to give Mark a plug now. If you do like these carry cases, a few weeks ago Mark did do a really comprehensive video on Star Wars carry cases. Went through all the different types of carry case you can pick up. It's a really good watch. You will enjoy it. If you like your carry cases, get over to Blue Harvest Vintage Toys and check that video out. I will leave a link to that video in the description below. But yeah, so not really a lot to choose between these two when you look at them. They're virtually identical again. So like I say, barring the face and the open sort of cloak area, or whatever you want to call it, down at this section. So yeah, so let's get them opened up and see the differences inside. And there we go. So let's start with the Kenner version. So, I mean, these cases are fantastic. If you know about these cases, you'll know what they look like inside. But you can pick these up on eBay for sort of between £30 and £40 if you want them sort of complete. They're not always easy to find with all the bars present, with the stickers, and also all the clips working. The clips are often, you certainly get at least one snapped often, and these bars are usually missing. And if they're not, they don't usually have the stickers on. I managed to get this for a good price with all the bars present and the name stickers as well. This is the Empire Strikes Back version. It does have a little section at the side there for any weapons or accessories. But I love these. I love these cases. They store lots of figures, and I just think, you know, they're a fantastic display piece, and they just hold so many figures in storage. I really do love these cases. I pick them up whenever I get the opportunity. But let's take a look at the difference between this one and the Just Toys version. Okay, and there is the Just Toys version. Now, it stays on the packaging. The first thing I noticed, it says on the packaging that this holds 20 figures. So, although the spaces are bigger, because this was made for the Bendhams, I can actually only count 19 spaces, and that is including this small space at the top. Now, that may fit some Ewoks or something, Ugnaughts, Snaggletooth maybe, but there's actually only 19 spaces. But because they were made for the Bendhams, the spaces are actually a lot bigger than the Kenner version. So you'll actually be able to put 2 and possibly even 3 figures in some of the spaces. So I actually think this could hold around 40 figures, maybe even more. So it is a good pickup, I think, for just storing some of my vintage figures. Now, it has got 4 compartments each side. They open up, like in the Kenner version. So you can put accessories, weapons in there, any spare capes you might have or anything like that. And you'd probably be able to fit some figures in there as well. So actually, this would probably be able to fit a lot of figures in storage. So I actually think this is a really good pickup for what I wanted it for. It does have some of the bars, but no name stickers. But again, if you wanted to pick up some stickers, and you could probably stick some on yourself, and potentially make it look like a different style of the Kenner case, you could probably actually make it look really good and customize it yourself. But this will fit a lot of figures in there. So I'm really pleased with this as a pickup. For 99p, I'm happy to get it. It will definitely serve its purpose. So yeah, so I'm really pleased in the end. I think it's a good pickup. So there we go, everyone, back side by side. I hope you found that interesting. If you do want to pick one of these up, like I say, I would always recommend you grab one of the Kenner versions. They are absolutely fantastic. But obviously they are slightly more expensive and not always easy to pick up without any clips broken, any of the name bars missing and things like that. If you do find one with all clips intact and on all the name bars present and all the stickers, they can become a little bit costly. And if you don't want to spend that much, you will find plenty of these as well. And I just think if you just want them for stories, they are a fantastic and affordable alternative. I would always recommend the Kenner version, but if you can't pick one of those up, I would definitely recommend one of these just as a cheaper alternative. But again, just be aware, you'll often find these without the packaging, so they can be, if you're new to the hobby, they can be easy to mix up. Again, just look out for the differences on the front there where the cloak meets, and again, the face is a little bit more stubby on this version, a little bit more elongated on the Kenner version. But yeah, just be aware. And hopefully you'll find the one you want. When they're in the packaging, I'll show you the packaging. They are easy to tell apart, obviously, once they're in the packaging. But if you find the Kenner version in its original packaging, you are going to be paying a lot of money. So if it's just something for display and for storage purposes, I would definitely recommend the Just Toys case. You won't be disappointed. It stores comfortably 40 to 50 figures because the spaces, there aren't as many spaces, but they're bigger. You could probably double and even triple up in some of the spaces. So yeah, if you can't find the Kenner version, or you don't particularly want to pay for the Kenner version, I would definitely recommend this. Pick one up, you won't be disappointed. Okay, yeah, so there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I do enjoy reading people's comments, and I try to get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next video.